Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Today we're going to have a serious time, just a little chat. I want to go over three things today. First off, I'm going on vacation soon and I would love to prepare some videos ahead of time. If there are any specific topics you guys would like covered, I'd love to hear about them in either the comments below or on Reddit or in the Discord, which is also linked in the comments below. There's so many things I want to talk about, and I just need to record ahead of time because I won't be able to record in the 2 to 3 weeks I'm gone. Second, I want to talk about why I help people, why I release valuable information, I guess you would call it, and why you probably, hopefully, shouldn't be mad at me about it. And third, we're going to talk about how to use your head, which should probably be the slogan of my channel at this point, and sort of how to take advantage of things like market crashes, oversaturation, and other things similar to that. So to start things off, I will be going on vacation in about a week now for about 3 weeks. I'm going to try to answer as many people as I can still, but it's going to be really hard for me to access the harder avenues of things. I have a big problem with YouTube comments on my phone, but I will give it my best, but I have a much easier time answering Discord. So if you have a question like that, it's fantastic time to use Discord for that. Also, I really want to have a bunch of videos pre-recorded, so I would love any sort of information. I'm already going to do one section on retainers. I've had desynthesis requests a lot, but I just don't know enough or know enough good information to really share that with you. There's lots of things. So let's get into the actual topic of the video today, and that's about releasing information, sort of things like the Aether Sand video I released, like the Sea Lamp, Sea Pickle thing I released, like the, what else was there, the Spirit Bonding one, and we're going to be using that as an example, by the way. And why I do it. The thing is, I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV on and off since literally the day the game came out. I still have my birth certificate that came with the first Final Fantasy Collector's Edition. And what's really funny is this Spirit Bonding video I've made 10 times. Like, literally 10 times over the course of however long. It hasn't always been video form. Sometimes it's been in spreadsheet form. Sometimes it's been in text form. Now it's also in all three of them video as well. But this has been relevant to every single patch almost that I've been playing for since Final Fantasy XIV was released. I mean, back in original OG Final Fantasy XIV, I was spirit bonding stuff at level like 45, trying to spam my way to 50 and getting materia out along the way and making a ton of money. And I released that information back then too, because there was zero information on spirit bonding and I wanted to help people. And that's pretty much the center of everything, is I love helping people. Not only do I love helping people, but the more people I help, the more I'm able to chat to, the more people join the community and are active in it, which means I have more fun too, and you guys have more fun, because I love having people to chat to. And it's shown just in the Discord there how many people each video brings in and how much active that makes the chat. And when I have an active chat that I always have somebody to talk to, that just makes me happy. So that's all in all a roundabout way of saying why I do things. And the reason why I also do them is just to help people. And like, obviously I don't need the gil anymore, so I would still be releasing it if I did, but I don't need it anymore personally. And the other thing I want to talk about is, while you guys may still need the gil, and I'm sure a lot of you, if not all of us, still do, there are ways to make it if a market crashes anyway, and that's the third point I want to get into. So say a week ago, you're happily spirit bonding away. I also, by the way, released a spirit bonding video saying exactly the same thing, like literally word for word of the same thing I did 2 days ago, about 2 weeks ago, and told everybody to stock up for this patch because you're going to need them and they're going to blow up in price. Like literally word for word. I told you guys, and you should have had like tons of them stocked up by now. Just a side note, sorry. So this second video is just a reminder because I noticed so many people were having problems. And the reason why I notice so many people are having that many problems is because they come to the Discord, they ask how I managed to get that much money to meld. They say there's no chance they're going to be able to meld and they can't craft anymore and they're sad. And that's why I find a way for them to be able to do that. And the goal of the video wasn't to help people make as much gil as possible through spirit bonding. The goal of the video was to help people get their gear melded so they can participate in the crafting situation. So anyway, let's go into market crashes, which I apparently did yesterday, which is complete BS, by the way. They were already in a downward trend by like a significant portion. They dropped 50% on Cactuar since before I even released the video in the last like 6 hours. And what's funny is there was a comment. I love the comments, by the way. If you give me one of those shit comments making fun of me, it just makes me laugh so hard because of how ignorant, I guess. Maybe that's not the right word. How much you're missing things, I guess. So one guy posted yesterday that Cactuar, thanks for crashing Cactuar. You've ruined all my money making, blah, 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 blah. And what's really funny is the price of materia had not gone down on Cactuar, because I'm on Cactuar, since I posted the video. They had actually gone up for a couple of them, so it just blows my mind and makes me laugh. So this next part we're going to talk about here is about market crashing. We're going to assume, let's say I completely crash the market of Materia 6s and they're now worth nothing, and you are one of the ones making Materia 6s and you're pissed off at me. And your two options are to go onto my YouTube channel, hit that downvote button and write me an angry letter, or you can kind of use your head a little bit and try to figure out how to profit off the situation. Because in any situation, almost any situation of a market crash, there's going to be ups and downs for different things. So let's use this one for an example. What do you need to do this spirit bonding thing? For one, you need an entire right set of gear. You need an entire left set of gear, which essentially can be bought from the vendor, so there's that. You need 1 to 2 materia per slot. You need a ton, and I do mean a literal ton of materials, like 800 plus of whatever you're using. So that's molybdenum, that's palladium sand, that's Zelkova log, that's gazelle hide, that's twin coon. I'm sure I missed some too, but those are primarily the main ones. You're also going to need an absolute ton of crystals, specifically fire, lightning, and wind crystals, not so much any of the others. You may be able to use ice, I think, as armorcraft instead of fire, so add those 4 to the list. So those are the main things you're going to need. So if you are savvy and you're using your head, you're going to think, wow, this market's crashed. Why did it crash? Oh, it crashed because people were doing this. Oh, maybe I should sell those instead of doing what people are crashing right now. And because people panic, they think this is how you make gil right now, and then they zoom in on it, and they don't care if molybdenum is 4,000 gil a piece. They're going to buy it. So a good strategy when something like a market crash happens is to figure out where these people are bottlenecking. And considering you need 800 molybdenum and like 1,000 crystals, that's probably a good place to check the bottleneck. So if you were a savvy person yesterday, you probably could have made a ton of money on all those raw materials. You also could have done something like buy out every single materia under 3,000 gil and repost them, because people would buy huge stacks of them, because you need something like 22-ish materia per set of doing this. So there are so many different ways to combat this. So that's just what people need for the spirit bonding actual process. So let's think about what the results of everything are. So assuming I crashed it, I'm not saying I did because I don't think I did, maybe on some servers, but I think it was already a downward trend. Assuming I crashed it, let's say let's think about what happens. So first off is there are now going to be a ton of materia in the economy. This means that there's going to be a ton of crafters who can now have their gear melded much cheaper. There's going to be people who get their own materials, so now they're melded as well. So there's going to be a ton of people that are now 2-star crafters. Because of that, there's going to be a ton of people who now don't have the materials for 2-star crafts. That means they're going to be needing stuff like palladium, or they're going to be needing stuff like Rhea. They're going to be needing the Resuis, or that guy gave me a lesson on it and I can't remember how to say that. They're going to be needing all the materials that people needed, like Terea log, all the Verity mats are going to go up. Every single thing related to 2-star crafting will then go up. And there's also going to be an influx of people selling 2-star crafts, so those are going to go down as well. So what I'm getting at here is there are just so many different things, so many different ways to make money from this. So not only are those things going to go up and or down depending on what it was, these crafters that can previously only do the regular base 70 stuff are now going to move into 2-star crafting. That means stuff like your level 70 crafted gear, like this stuff here, is going to go up. Because those people have stopped making these and now they're making 2-star materia instead. And to top it all up, a lot of people were buying these pieces of gear instead of making them themselves. So these ones should be going up at this point. So what I'm getting at is there are just an endless amount of things that go up and down depending on what's going on currently in Final Fantasy XIV, and I hate these suspenders. It's just so many things can happen, and just because one market crashes doesn't mean everything is crashed, and it essentially means something else is now in a boom. So I just don't know what to say at this point other than use your head. Don't get mad at me. You can get mad at me, actually. I'm sure you will, but try not to just blindly rage at me about things, and try to think about things ahead of time and kind of make decisions for yourself. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say. I know this was really rambly, but I'm really hoping I got at least some of my thoughts across. The number one question I get asked, like bar none, is tell me how to make Gil. Not anything else, just literally tell me how to make it, I want to make it, how do I make it? And it's not that simple, you know. The number one thing I can do is, again, should be a slogan for the channel, is you really need to use your head. You need to think for yourself, because anything anybody ever tells you is going to be too late, I would say. You need to figure out, you need to ride waves up and down for whatever market is currently going right now. And you need to diversify. That's probably the biggest thing I would say, is you really need to diversify along everything and be always checking what's selling, what's not selling, what's coming up. So what's funny is even in like 4 months time or 3 months time, whenever the new crafting set comes out, I'm probably going to have to release another spirit bonding video and remind people about spirit bonding, and people are going to cry that the materials are so expensive again, and it's just going to blow my mind. So think for the future, you know, like if you think a new crafting set's coming out, and you can tell by the past because Final Fantasy XIV and Square Enix are very methodical, a new set will come out and you will be able to meld it. And you should probably have materia ready to sell at that point when that patch comes out, or else this is going to happen again. The materials are going to shoot up in price, and you know, these are the kind of things you need to prepare for and think of and everything like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please, 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 if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Leave a comment below. If you didn't, let me know why. And also, I would love for any sort of recommendations or thoughts on what you would like to see in future videos, because I really, really, really need to get some out there for my vacation coming up. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm so excited. Anyway, thanks everybody so much. Have a great day, and see y'all next time.